Friends and comrades, my name is Julee Sanderson, and I'm running to be the National President of the Canadian Union of Postal Workers. Postal workers have fought hard to get the respect we deserve, from striking in the 60s to claim our right to strike, to fighting for maternity leave in the 80s, to defending postal services in the Save Canada Post campaign. We fought for those things because we dreamed of a workplace where dignity, respect, and fair wages were part of the deal. We still dream of a time when the employer chooses to work with us rather than fight us. We dream of a postal service that contributes to the communities it serves, the same ones we live in. We dream of a Canada that sees the Canadian Union of Postal Workers as a force for justice and good in our society. These dreams are under threat. Declining letter mail volumes, automation, and Amazon. We face attacks from all directions. Our friends in the NDP are holding the Liberal government in check. If the Conservatives win, they will try to privatize Canada Post. They've been salivating about it for a long time. The two-tier wage system and inflation put significant pressures on the household budgets of members like you and me. We face long-term threats in further gigification of the economy. Climate change risks our communities and health, but also our jobs. It will put pressure on our employer to cut its carbon footprint, a point they will use to further justify automation and job loss. It can feel overwhelming, but it's important to be realistic about what we're dealing with. We can't win these fights if we pretend they don't exist. We need to prepare for the struggle ahead. During COVID, we had an opportunity to lead the discussion about how employers were treating frontline workers. Instead, leadership hid from the media and the members. We can't do that anymore. We must know our value and fight to ensure employers and the public know it too. How do we do that? We can start with small things. We undercut ourselves when we use the boss's language. For instance, we should never refer to the public as customers. We provide a public service for residents. We offer something more significant than Amazon, where profits are going to billionaires and not back to the Canadian public. We must stay focused and know our worth to remember what we're fighting for. Right now, we need leaders to recognize these challenges. I don't think we could get anywhere with the status quo, being complacent or pretending everything is fine. Writing grievances is an important piece of the puzzle in this fight. We must engage our employer on all fronts. What we really need now is worker engagement, and to get there, we need the truth. I believe the path to an engaged membership is through shared discussions about the realities we're facing and planning strategies together. We need to come together to find the solution to these struggles we know are coming. Canada Post and other corporate employers are thinking a decade ahead. No more running from one crisis to another. We need to be strong and we need to be ready. A healthy union is made up of active members who feel part of something bigger. That's why, as your national president, visiting work floors will be a priority for me. I will travel to regions and meet with members to discuss the real issues you face and what we need to do to solve them. I want members to know what we're doing to address issues that are important to them. I will lead a national executive committed to being open and transparent with the members. The Building Worker Power campaign has shown how it's possible to achieve this level of engagement. We need to follow that example in other parts of the union. I've been a believer in building worker power since day one. We need to support it, foster it, and grow it. We need to recruit as many work floor captains as possible. We need to empower members and have them go through the program's training. If they know how to solve injustices in the workplace, they unify. They become a union. This is all about building relationships of solidarity between members across the country. And it's important to focus on relationship building outside of the union too. We must ensure we've created connections with the labor movement and with social justice and civil society organizations. It is our benefit to learn from them and work together to advance our collective goals. CUPE Ontario built these relationships before they went on strike last fall. That's why so much of labor and the public supported them. We must renew our proud reputation as a union that doesn't back down. We serve every community in the country with more than just mail, and our worth is more than just that. We cannot accept less than we deserve. We cannot be afraid of taking job action if that's what's required to get justice. With the kinds of important fights we face in the coming months and years, we don't have time for missed opportunities. It is critical that we consider this going into convention. We have to make choices that allow us to make the change we need. I believe my approach will work. I hope I can count on your support for national president so that we can make these changes together.